Hi, my name is Tim Hennessy, and for my exploit today, I will be exploiting a WebDAV server using a program called Cadaver. A WebDAV server running on a remote server. The first thing to do is I'm gonna have you open metasploit, and then in metasploit, I'm just gonna search for different exploits. Um, in this case, I'll just do search WebDAV. Let's expand this a little bit. Essentially, so up here, let's see here. This one right here is the one we want to use, auxiliary scanner, WebDAV scanner, or HTTP WebDAV scanner. We're going to copy that, bring it back down here, hit use, and then paste it back in there. Go ahead, do that, and then I'll go ahead and type options so you can see what's going on. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to set the path and the R hosts. I've already done that because I earlier did this earlier. But the command to that is just set path to dav and then set R hosts to the IP of the remote server. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm just going to run a test on the server to see what type of files it'll execute. So the command for that is just usr bin dav test. And then we got to specify the URL. And then for that, that's just HTTP. And then the IP of the remote server, and then make sure to tap on /dav at the end. Okay, so as you can see, it executes a PHP, and that's what we're really interested in here, because we're going to use a PHP reverse shell to gain access. Okay, so next, we need to send the reverse shell file to the server. Actually, first, we need to modify the reverse shell file so it does what we want. Usually, it's included in Kali Linux under user share web shells /php, but I copied it to my documents folder. As you can see, it's right here. So after that, we'll have to set up a listening port on port 2323. So I'll go ahead and do that with this command, nc lvnp 2323. Okay, so it's listening for any traffic on that port. So next, we have to modify the PHP reverse shell file. So to do that, I'm just going to do nano. I'm going to exit out of there real quick. Make sure and then tab that in. Okay, so let's scroll down here. And so the only things you have to change are the IP and the port. And so the IP is the IP address of the computer that you're currently using, so because it needs to know where to point to in order to give it remote access, and this is the port here. So I already changed that, so I'm just going to hit Control X, but make sure to save that. And then after that, we'll open a tool called Cadaver. So let's just type in Cadaver HTTP, and then that's the IP of the remote server /dav. Okay, and now we'll send the file to it, the PHP reverse shell. So we'll do put PHP reverse shell.php. Okay, so as you can see, it says it succeeded. So now let's go into the WebDAV server. As you can see right here, this is the file. Click it, make sure it's running, and then minimize that. And as you can see, we are now www data, and we can, if you just do ls-l, we can see we are now in the remote server, and we can cd to root. You know, we can pretty much do whatever we want to do at this point. We can delete files, we can add files, copy files, and that's pretty much it. We're all done. Thank you.